Mr. Ryan.
Thank you, gentlemen.
The gentleman from Ohio is recognized.
I thank the gentleman, and I thank the gentleman from Texas for his kind words as well. Madam Speaker, in the book of Isaiah, chapter 6, verse 8, "Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, 'Whom shall I send?' And I said, 'Here I am, send me.' And Nate said, 'Send me,' when his country asked, and he was looking for a way to serve. He joined the Marine Corps. He was born on July 30th, 1983. He was named after his father, but they started calling him Nate, and they moved to Tallmadge in our congressional district when he was 1.5 years old and lived there his whole life. His family said he was a homeboy from Tallmadge. Went to school there, played sports there. He lived there, he made friends there, and then he joined the Marine Corps as his way of serving. But the interesting thing when you read about Nate's life, which is what we're celebrating here, is that he said, "Send me," from the very early stages of his life here on earth. When his great-grandfather was 89 years old and bedridden, it was little Nate that jumped into the bed and started playing Legos to engage his great-grandfather, to make him feel better. And they had this little game they'd play where his grandfather would move his false teeth in and out of his mouth, and little Nate would try to go and grab the teeth. And a few years later, when the great-grandfather died, Nate had an opportunity to do whatever he wanted of his great-grandfathers, and he picked the false teeth. I think that's the kind of spirit that Nate brought to his family, to his friends, to the Marine Corps, and to our country. You know, he would be driving down the road and on his way to school, and there'd be someone who didn't have a driver's license walking to school. Nate was the kind of guy that stopped over and picked that person up, put him in the car, and took him to school. Nate said, "Send me." If someone was bullying someone at school and Nate was there, Nate was the guy who got in the middle of it and made sure that no one was bullied. He said, "Send me." And if a family was having trouble, Nate would stop by the house, make sure everything was going okay. Nate said, "Send me." And so now, those of us who drive by this post office in Tallmadge, Ohio, we will look up, we will see Nate's name, and we will not only remember his name or his service, but how his life challenges all of us in some way, shape, or form in every little interaction to say and answer the call when we are asked, "Send me." I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman yields